thank you so much for all of the love and support that you guys have shown my most recent YouTube video uploads. I am very happy that you guys are enjoying the information that I'm putting out there. And a lot of the common questions are, how did I get into tech? How did I start coding? And so for those of you who are new to following me and new to my journey, I can give you a little bit of my backstory. And so back in 2011, I attended this program called Year Up, which was focused then on more of the hardware and help desk support type of skills. And so they taught me 6 months of training and 6 months of internship. And I was at the time staying in a women and children's shelter with my oldest son, and I really desperately wanted out of my situation. So I was offered the proposition that if I could teach myself how to code in the 6 months during my internship, that I could get a junior software engineer role. And so, being the ambitious person that I am, I took the challenge and went to the public library, used YouTube and then lynda.com to teach myself the skills that I needed in order to land this position at the end of my internship. And so that is how I got started in tech. That's like my initiation into tech was, hardware, a lot of the help desk support type of skills, and then completely self-teaching myself to code using YouTube and lynda.com, and really like doing the groundwork myself. Back then I didn't have any mentors, any community. I was really new to the tech scene, so it was just me studying as much as I could, going to the public library, using like my resources that I had in order to change my situation for my son and I. And so fast forward to 2018, I relocate my children to Charlotte, North Carolina. I was very hopeful. I kind of faced a hurdle working in DC because a lot of the jobs there wanted a degree. I was able to get a lot of contract roles, but they wouldn't hire me full time because I didn't have a degree. And so I was doing the job, but when it came time to making me a full-time employee, a lot of the companies would not hire me because the permanent role required a degree. And so that was something very challenging for me. And so I decided to relocate and maybe see what else is out there. Maybe I can start over somewhere fresh and get the role that I felt that I deserved. And so I relocated to Charlotte, North Carolina with my 2 children, and I hit the ground running. I was going into these companies with my resume in hand, introducing myself, letting them know this is me. I just recently moved here and I'm looking for a position. Someone actually on LinkedIn told me about a community, a meetup community that was held in Charlotte called the Charlotte Devs. And I went on the Charlotte Devs Slack channel. I did an intro. I told them that I was new to Charlotte, North Carolina from DC, and I was looking for a permanent role. And someone reached out to me and asked would I be interested in coming in for an internship. And my goal is to change the way that we onboard, change the way that we create information when it comes to software engineering and tech jobs in general. Because I'm self-taught, I noticed that there is a huge issue when it comes to the education and the way that we onboard and the way that we produce information when it comes to these technical roles. And I have been working really, really hard to make sure that the information is more digestible, and not just digestible for senior engineers, but digestible for learners of all levels, of all skill types, neurodivergent learners, people who have English as a second language. I want to make sure that when we are creating content, whether it's written or video, that we are taking all of those things into consideration, so that everyone has a fair shot at having a successful career. And so as a developer educator, and a developer advocate and a tech writer, these are things that I like to incorporate into my work. I like to speak on these things because a lot of people don't speak on these things, and it's a huge issue. A lot of people I know personally have felt imposter syndrome, because when it comes to learning a different coding language or onboarding, like they feel intimidated by the learning material, and so like they get discouraged, and they end up not feeling like they belong. And this is not, as companies and as educators and as senior tech people, we need to do a better job at making sure that anyone that is interested in pursuing a career in tech feels like they have a fair shot. So if you're following my content, this is the type of content that I will be putting out. This is the type of content that I will be sharing with you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and stay tuned for what I produce.